if you spend a lot of time around me these days, one thing you're going to notice is a weird little tick I have. It's not a legit tick. I do not have Tourette's, but a weird little habit I have is going, woo, when I'm transitioning into doing something, when I decide that, like, let's get this show on the road, let's start this, or when I do something that's successful, it's just a little woo. And I'm sure it is very annoying to some people. I wonder if, like, some people wouldn't notice it, but then if I pointed it out to them, they would just notice it all the time. Yeah, there's something that I love about the woo. I don't really know when. It only started a couple years ago. Like, I didn't used to do that. And then, suddenly it just became like my favorite thing. It's the best feeling ever to do something and just add that little emphasis of a woo. The woo. It's a celebration of the moment. It's a celebration of your actions. It's an emphatic, like, declaration to the world. Yes, this is happening. Well, I probably got it from some other places, but one of the people that made me want to start doing that was this guy named Jason Williams, who's a basketball player who's only about 6 foot even, like pretty short for a basketball player, but had really flashy, cool ball handling skills that sometimes translated to making mistakes. Like, he was so flashy and would take big, risky shots. So often, like, in the fourth quarter, they'd be like, okay, we're not going to play you right now because we really need to win the game. You did a great job throughout most of the game, but right now we need somebody who's a little bit more dependable. But every time that he made these really wacky trick shots, these really just mind-bending passes toward other players, a lot of the time he'd go, woo! While he's throwing the ball. There's just something so cool about that. There's something so cool about it. I mean, especially when it's successful. Now, that is another thing. If you do the woo and then you do something stupid or fail, you kind of just end up looking like a pompous person. But it really, really can highlight something cool if you use it correctly. If fate lines up that you happen to do it when you succeed big time. I remember hearing, like, Michael Jordan also talking about how he liked to trash talk other players. No, it wasn't him. It was his personal trainer. Said that Michael Jordan liked to trash talk on the court. Not because, like, he necessarily wanted to stick it to anybody. I mean, maybe that was part of it. But he said the biggest reason was that Michael wanted to make sure that he had motivation. He had to trash talk other people and make himself seem like the best player in the world so that he could be motivated to actually be the best player in the world. He had to have the goods to back it up if he was going to talk so big about himself and say that others were beneath him in this game. It forced him to have the goods to back it up. So that's another cool thing I like about the woo. I think it sort of reinforces my doing cool, awesome things. Because if I do that, I better actually be doing something that's woo-worthy. Or, I mean, maybe I don't even succeed at it. That's another thing, I mean, about success and failure is that it's so arbitrary. Maybe I go, woo, right before going into playing a song or something. And, like, I don't do very well at the song, but I just give it my all. I just give it my all. And then, you know, the woo still was upheld by just the fact that I was willing to commit full force to what I was doing. I think that's what we love about karaoke a lot of the time when we go to a bar, is we hear people with not stylistically perfect voices give it their friggin' all. It might make our ears bleed, but it also makes our hearts soar at the same time. Our ears are bleeding because our heart is just pumping too hard from listening to this person give it their all, and so that extra blood needs to go somewhere, so it just has to come out the ears. The woo is so cool. I remember Serena Williams once, I don't know, it wasn't like a woo, but it was like she was in a game and she did like a huh, like when she hit the ball, and like she got like penalized for it or something. Just kind of interesting. I don't really get why you're not allowed to make noise when you're playing tennis, of all things. Like, there are plenty of other sports where it's like, I mean, it's part of the thing. It's part. I don't get it. I don't really get it. It would be really interesting. Also, I don't watch it that much, but you know, I follow like competitive chess, and when they're playing, they're completely silent the entire time. Like, they're pretty sure they're not allowed to talk to each other. Now, granted, that's a lot of focus and concentration, but it would be really interesting to hear some, like, trash talking at the professional level by these classy guys in suits, most of them Russian. Like, you see some videos, you can look at videos of, like, New York, like, street chess hustlers. Like, trash talk is off the wall, and it's awesome. Yeah, it's not so much about, declaring yourself greater than other people, the woo. It can be about that. It's first saying, hey, I'm here and I'm awesome. Well, if I ended this video by doing anything other than this, I think it would be a failure, so